What is going down? What is going down? What is going down? Smooth world. How y'all holding up? You know what I'm saying? It's been it's Friday, y'all. We done made it to Friday, doggone it. You know what I'm saying? It's for some folks, it's been a rough, tough, fumbling, stumbling week. You know what I'm saying? For some folks, we've been getting through rather smoothly. You know what I mean? But how have you been doing? How y'all holding up? What's going down, Smooth World? What's on your mind? Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday, Solace Family Fridays, as you all know. So y'all know we got some guests. I got a guest on deck for y'all today, and this guest I got is a powerhouse. She was definitely one of the if the Kankakee edition of Solace was brought up, she was one of the first ones brought up in that conversation because of how powerful she was, because of how impactful she was. She is. Let me stop saying was like she don't still do this thing. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to bring her up. But while we wait, how y'all doing? How you feeling? What's going down, Smooth World? How you holding up? You know what I'm saying? Uh, Definitely gotta say moment of silence and rest in peace for Cicely Tyson, for Hank Aaron. We've been losing some legends this week, y'all. This past couple of weeks, since I got a chance to address it, you know what I mean? Uh, but welcome to the Night Owl Show. You know what I mean? This is the show for folks getting off work, looking for something to get into, something to vibe out with, something they can rock with for a little while as they wind down their day. This is the show for folks who's got work that graveyard shift, so you're getting up, getting ready to get your stuff started, get yourself going. You know what I mean? And you want something to help get you in the right mind state. You know what I'm saying? And this is the show for folks who knew if you stuck around long enough, you're just gonna be able to rock out with your boy for an hour real quick before I bust a move to work myself. You know what I'm saying? I am the one keep it smooth. You know what I'm saying? And this is the Night Owl Show. It's beef. We turn beef free Fridays into Solace Family Fridays. Where I get a chance to bring the team on, different members of the Solace Coalition as a whole, as an entirety, and really get a chance to introduce everybody to y'all individually. You know what I'm saying? My boy, what's up, man? How you holding? How you feeling, big dog? You know what I'm saying? I definitely got somebody that's a powerhouse when it came down to the Kankakee chapter of Solace. You know what I'm saying? My sister Wisdom speaks. But how y'all feeling? What's going down? How you holding up? She said, "Stop smoking." Hey, we working on it. Baby steps. You know what I'm saying? I got 5 kids. I got to stop making kids before I can stop smoking. But I'm still here, still smiling, still doing good, still singing. Because y'all definitely will be able to catch me this weekend in the CT Singing Showcase. You know what I'm saying? Like every other Sunday, you know what I mean? Doing my thing, representing the keys, holding it down, trying to do my thing, and put us on something positive, get us recognized for something better and more appealing than busting out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm the same old cat, you dig? But man, I want to go ahead and jump off into this thing because I have been waiting for this. I love getting a chance to bring people on that I rock with. I love being able to have some energy to play off of while I'm doing the show. And I knew when I got this person out here, it was finna be live, and y'all finna love it. This is, like I said, a powerhouse when it came down to the Kankakee chapter. You know what I'm saying? A very strong and impactful sister. Put y'all hands together and show some love for none other than Wisdom Speaks.
Hey guys, I
What's
feel
going on, sis?
I feel like I just pulled a Keisha Cole, showed up all late, didn't have to do nothing but log on, and I had my alarm, and it kept going off, and I swear I had minutes left. But hi everyone, good. I pray that you are safe and warm.
Yeah. Cause boy, I'm taking off to work once we get off the line, and it's if it's not negative by now, it's gonna be negative before I make it to work. So I know it's Just stay warm wherever you're at, doggone it. Bundle up, throw some extra layers on, the extra blanket, hoodie, or something, doggone. But man, sis, how is you holding up? How you feeling? How you doing?
I am amazing. Tightening this thing up, it just spit on me. Um, Maybe that's what it's gonna do. Um, yeah. So hold on. There we go. Keisha Cole didn't do that. She ain't come on looking crazy. But no, I am at home playing with my little dually dad with my little tripod situation. But because I knew my arms would get tired, guys. So that's why I'm really trying to work it out. So give me 1 second.
Indeed, indeed.
Okay, I found it. Okay. Yay! Yeah, I'm at home. For the last 2 days, I think I refused to go outside. The first day when it was a bad storm, yeah, it's playing games with me. The first day when it was a bad storm, I really did want to go outside.
Right.
And get some whipped cream for my smoothie. And then I was like, girl, it's a whole storm. If you don't sit down, and I'm too cheap to be ordering to my door anytime. I ain't got time for that.
Hey, look, I tell folks the same thing I used to say about buying energy drinks at work. I can go get me an energy drink for $1 at the gas station,
No,
but at the job they $2.75.
no.
Now, who would pay extra? Somebody who wants the convenience of being able to do it right here where I'm at and not have to worry about going to the gas station or dealing with being late or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And while we take care of, while she gets these technical difficulties situated with her fighting with the show. What's going on, young brother? What's up, young Zion? You know what I'm saying? How you holding up, big fella? You know what I'm saying? We're just doing another episode of Solace Family Fridays. We bring on a member of the Solace Coalition. And while we're waiting, while we're rocking out, you know what I'm saying? You see she getting everything together. Make sure that y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you comment where you're tuning in from, where you're vibing with us from. And make sure you hit me up. See, this is so unprofessional. This is supposed to be on silent so I can stay on my thing. Look, I'm she jumped out and then my phone going off over here. Here we go. What's good? We all good? We all good?
Yeah, welcome to the world of dependent on technology, right? I
Man,
am great.
Word.
So anyway, I'm thinking, like you said, the convenience is not worth it for me. Like, so I live like right around the corner from all of these stores, and I'm like, not meant for me to have it. And today, though, I just didn't feel like anything. I was like, let's go ahead and whip up this lunch and this dinner because I'm sure I'm not going outside. So,
Man,
how about you? How have you been?
I've been trying to keep it smooth. You know what I'm saying? Definitely weatherized the crib. You know what I'm saying? Got the plastic up over the windows like a good Midwesterner knows how to do. Uh, been grinding. Got some good news today. Wound up catching this gig salad lead for a feature at the University of St. Paul in Joliet. So this is gonna be my first time performing at a university. I'm geeked up. I'm excited about that. I can't wait for that. You know what I'm saying? But
Congratulations.
oh, appreciate it. But let's get off into this thing. Since for the folks that's been hiding under a rock, for the folks who have been too tied up in the day to day to have been paying attention to how we used to flood Facebook, go ahead and tell the people a little bit about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then describe like what was your first Solace memory? You know what I'm saying? Like what was the first thing you remember before becoming a part of Solace? Like whether it was actually, yeah, your earliest Solace memory, whether it was becoming a part of Solace or seeing the features perform, part of the team perform or whatever. Like what was your intro to the idea of Solace?
So, I just gotta, I'm just so random. I have my phone sitting in a ring light that's not plugged up, but I just don't understand my life sometime that I make. Anybody can relate. But anyway, I'm not moving again. I think my earliest memory is either I think the first meeting we had to discuss starting a chapter in Kankakee at the library.
Right.
I think that was my first memory, because I had already made my way through the city, and to make my way back through Solace Mines was pretty cool, or whatnot, to get connected with the land and the movement in the land was good.
Right. So, what would be what would be the one memory out of all the years that we was a part of Solace? You know what I'm saying? What would be the one memory that you would say stood out the most? Whether it was us traveling, whether it was features that we had for the show, that event. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody asked you what was your favorite memory from being a part of Solace, what's gonna pop out first?
OMG, we made so many great memories, guys. Oh my God,
Right.
so much to unpack and just pick one. Ooh. I don't know. I'm torn between like hosting an anniversary show with Dragonfly,
Mm.
our the booking at the Great Wolf Lodge, like all of us having that very sentimental moment. Yeah, I'm kind of torn. I'm a big jokester or laugher, so we have a good time on the stage, but then there was a moment where we had so much bonding, and so can I pick both? I can't pick one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say which one pops out the most to you. Like, I didn't get a chance to go on that trip to the Dells, and I was so mad I missed it. Seeing the pictures and hearing the stories, seeing how the lodging they had y'all in was set up, like everything just sounded so epic. Especially hearing the stories about how y'all was interacting and engaging with the youth that was there for that event. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and that was something that you was really that you really spearheaded and took close to heart, was the outreach part of everything we did. You know what I'm saying? Like what led you to wanting to be so much involved in outreach and giving back to the community and uplifting so much?
Just the heart that God has given me. I know I don't know if anybody else knows. I founded a non-for-profit called CJHF, but everybody in the land knows as beautiful I am, because it started off an outreach organization for youth. So
Right.
there you have it. When I started moving and shaking as a poet, or stepped into the spoken word platform, I gave God this yes, and this yes just opened up these doors to these other gifts that I didn't know I had. Like, I've always been kind, and I've always been generous. My family argue and fight with me about giving people rides, and I'm finding a stray dog and drive them around. Like, if you look on my Facebook, like, I got pictures of probably a couple dogs. I'm like, yo, who dog is this? Like, pit bulls walking to my car. They must just know I'm a friend. Like, kid you not. Friend gets out, pit bull walk in, and I'm like, it's that, but what's up, shorty? Now I'm riding around looking for his family. So, it was always in me. It just wasn't organizationally. So, once I started to do it for myself, it was natural once I came to the team, and we restructured the organization, that I would be over outreach. It just fit.
Word, word. And when you speak on you and like stray dogs, I definitely have plenty of memories where it's like, what is going on here? Wisdom said it was cool. We're gonna go ahead and be a blessing this time. Just gotta make sure we get them a bottle of water. We're gonna make sure this person stays hydrated, so we ain't gotta deal with a little bit of extra.
If you guys think that is something, I remember the exact day where I was like, yo, he needs this love. He needs this art healing. So what? He slapped. So he's a little belligerent, but deal with it. I remember everybody was like, yo, so I'm like, so let him in. He sat right in the front one and had a fantastic time. Okay. And like on the Blanket Drive, Royal Architect can contest, we gave somebody a ride all the way, I think, to was it Rantoul? Wherever it is, ended up being 4 hours away. Like, he puked in the car before we left. That was nobody but Jesus, because when he threw up in the car in my brand new 2015 Ford Fusion in 2015. But this is the blessing. He threw his hands up and caught most of it, and like it went through his fingers a little bit on the. And there we go. On the back of Royal, I got alarms for everything, guys. Apologies. On the back of Royal Architect's head, and like I said, we still took him home. We basically encountered him handed out blankets, or whatnot on the Give the Gift Award blanket drive, and he had a story of how he couldn't get home, no train, and I'm like, we can take you. And so like I said, I've always just done stuff like that. Like I don't know. I mean, it's just, I do know. My grandmother and my mother was like that. I call my grandma like the queen of strays, from cats to people. It's like, where you get him from? Like, what you mean he don't got nowhere to stay? He clean the kitchen, he spend the night at night. You know what? I'm about to go because we all about to get killed. But then when I get grown and I start doing it, they looking at me crazy. Like, I think, I have so many funny stories of my benevolency going wrong. You know what I mean? Where, I had a lady in my car, turned out to be, I guess, schizophrenic. I don't know. I thought she was arguing with somebody, come and find out that somebody was her. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I just need a ride to my house. Like, I heard her arguing with somebody. I put her in my car. She flipped out, started talking to herself. I was like, okay. And you know me, I'm verbal. I was like, yo, you weren't doing that before I put you in my car. And she was like, and I was like, girl, I got this knife. Don't get cut. I said, just hold on, though. And I called up, and I had a friend come. I had literally just pulled up in my friend's house, and she come downstairs. She got in the car. I have story after story where it be like, what? But I love it, though. Like, I always get people when they do outreach for the first time, they're like, man, this feeling, it's most certainly addictive. And it's just my belief that God is love. And when you give love, you receive love. And that love changes things. You know what I mean? So it's like you got the ability to change that for others, change that for yourself. And so kindness is like everything.
Come on now. I definitely dig it. And I definitely, you know what I'm saying? We always understood where it came from. Because you can't see somebody want to be a part of something, or you can't see what's going on in the world and not have a heart and be sympathetic to it, to want to give back. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely say you are one of the more patient, like more eager to be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with it. And we definitely need more people like it, because I definitely know that every time that we had an episode like that, where whether it was being able to be a blessing to have somebody come in the show, or all of the funny moments we had with the GTO weekends, like all of it was being able to be a blessing and give back. You know what I'm saying? And we all needed it. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a blessing to have you a part of it. You know what I'm saying? My bro, what's going on, Miss Porty, Chris Barnes? I see you, big fella. It was definitely a blessing to be able to have you to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And we always gain something from it, because ironically now I live across the street from somebody who came to one of the last GTOs we had, and we wound up giving them a coat. It was, they always left with a plethora of stuff, more stuff than they needed, because we had more stuff than we expected to give out. But to this day, he still wears the same coat. He still talks about the coat. He'll yell from one side of the block to the other, just to say, man, all the love that y'all showed up there, man, was amazing. And then they told me I can come back and man, y'all fed us and gave me a nice coat, man. And man, it was just dope. And it's always that little reminder, like, man, no matter how much we love doing it, we never understand the impact it has on those who actually need it. You know what I'm saying? So that aspect of it was definitely pivotal. You know what I mean? What would you say was your favorite GTO moment?
Oh man, my favorite GTO moment. Did it. My sister, little sis, Mahogany, You know, we rock out. We've been rocking out "Beautiful I Am" before everything, and me and her are GTOing it out, and we have our yeah, that was GTO. We have basically we seen someone in the alley, um,
Mhm.
and we're basically chasing him to bless him. Because you know the hood say we do drive-by blessings. That's what Beautiful I Am does. So we see him and then we don't see him. So we ride past the alley. We like stop the car, stop the car, stop the car.
Right.
And so we're literally running down the alley to find him and give him the blessing. And you know, I'm forgetting how old I am and I'm totally out of shape. I'm gonna be running nothing. And you know, at the end of it, I'm like, death and dying, death, death and dying. And we just laughed and laughed and laughed. And it was no, it was, you know, GTO. I think, was it our first year? Because my first year, I had us outside on the corner
Blizzard.
in a blizzard. Dare somebody move? Everybody, I'm like, in the car. In the car. Why would we be in the car? They're
Man.
like, but stuff is getting covered in snow, Donta. And I was like, okay. We so oh, y'all was heated that day. Everybody's like, but I'm about to get hypothermia. Like, well, we're doing warming stations. Swap out the car because if I look up and nobody else out here, but the people were coming to be blessed though, you know, they were getting the blanket, like we had set the cars up where they was getting blankets out the cars, we had coats, and so they were coming with if there's a need, despite the weather, you provide. I think I had got over that a long time ago because that was the way that we did it. We wanted to always say, you know, outreach is outreach. You know, you don't expect the person to come to you with an idea, etc. You go to them. And again, I'm just trying to spread kindness. So it's like I cannot alleviate you know, what you're going through. But like you said, that guy who always see you like, yeah, you gave me that coat. That was a hard impression. You know what I mean? Even when that coat is gone, that will when he needs another coat and maybe you don't meet the need, it still will be there. You know, I'm the same person who will give a coat to a person in the Benz. Hey, they're asking. You know what I mean? And that's what I say about people who panhandle. Like, yo, that takes a lot of like humbling to do so. So it's like, yeah, if I got it, then I will. So yeah, that GTO, I was ready. It probably was. I don't know if it was the same one because yeah, I just snow everywhere.
I remember that one so because that chicken noodle soup that J Reg had brought from his homie crib in the big jumbo like prison like life. That was the same pot the biscuit used to cook in life. That big jumbo pot of chicken noodle soup. And we was talking about it at first, like, man, I don't know, but you get so cold after standing out there. And that's the only warm thing. Like, hey, bro, let me get some of that soup, bro. No, we good. I'm gonna drink some of this broth. I'm gonna get up in this thing. I remember we was having a snowball fight out there that year, and we was set up at Graham's where it was perfect. Like you were saying, we wasn't waiting for people to come to us. We was at the place where they coming to get off the bus and might be going to the high rise or might be walking to their crib fresh off of work, and we right in the heart of the downtown, right in the heart of the city, where the traffic is the highest at that point in time, especially during a blizzard. And we just stood out there and just nonstop love. And surprisingly enough, people ain't let that blizzard stop them. They found out there was food out there, place to go place, canned goods,
blankets, and
right, blankets and coats and hats and scarves and gloves. Like, man, anybody that's in need, come get it. You know what I'm saying? And those were some of the things to me that made Solace stand out. Was that we made sure we shut down. Like we might be pushing hard all year with events and showcases and open mics or whatever. But them last 2 months, starting with the month of Thanksgiving, we giving back. You know what I'm saying? And we interacting with the youth to give them the platform. Because some of them youth open mics used to have me so weak, especially the ones up in the city where you got we always had better turnouts in Chicago at the youth open mics. But then when we had the young girls, what was it, Talia and Sierra host the open mic that year.
Yes.
They did good too. That was a dope event too, because they definitely brought out the crowd with the high school kids. Oh yeah. While you're sitting back enjoying what you're viewing, you know what I'm saying? This is the Night Owl Show. Make sure y'all bless my guests, you know what I'm saying? like she said, you know what I'm saying? She is the it was called Beautiful I Am, but you said it's called what now?
Hold on. I'm switching this light on because I'm tired of leaning up. Okay. Tweaking out over here now. There it is. Hey, see,
Come on now.
come out. Just okay. And it got the beauty light going on. Anyway, I scooted it up so close to me, and I was like, "Yo, it just needs light. It just needs light." So okay. See, that's so much better. So to answer your question, um, Beautiful I Am grew the group grew into the organization called CGHF, which is short for Children of God House of Fellowship, and basically we seek to provide an art safe haven for youth and provide the tools they need to heal and prosper. And so that segues right to like everything I do is about art healing. Like I mean, poetry for me really did just open up so much more. Like I know a lot of people like, where is she? Far as the Chicago poetry scene, or whatnot. And it's like I've really allowed this to. I am fixing my hair. Yes, guys. I've really allowed this to just catapult me into the next level of my life. And it's like, nothing to nobody else. I mean, I don't know what your calling your purpose is, but it really was just for me to identify, that tool is what I call poetry for me. It's a tool that I use to teach. It's actually one of the founding pillars of the non-for-profit, where we do workshops where we use relevant forms of poetry such as hip hop, R&B, to teach youth to process their emotions so that they can heal. Because you're stuck in a place if you don't process, and there's a Black man and a Black woman. We've been strong for too long, and we have to start to identify where we hurt, BKA those traumas, and process through them. So it's like you listen to those songs, the Ride Way, these people that we identify most, but they bleed on those tracks. And I go into these organizations, these schools, and I always say I go where poets don't go, and things like that, residentials and rehabs, and do these workshops, and we basically just talk about our feelings, and working with violence intervention and watching the quote unquote shooter cry because he's never processed losing his brother. You know what I mean? Where he's been going. And when we talk about, all right, let's write about this. Okay, cool. And what come to your mind? This. Oh, okay, cool. When you start to write lyrics to your brother, and it's like, yo, whoa. And it's like, that right there is what I need you to tap into, young man. You tap into that, you will be great, because you can't be out here being dumb, being great. And so that's really what poetry kind of did for me, was segue. It was a bridge. I remember I was gonna call it a big fight, but it might well been with my big brother Geronimo, my best brother. We are really close. And he was just like, "What you mean? What you mean?" And I was like, "Yo, I'm not saying I'm done doing poetry. I'm saying there's a transition. Like I can't do it like this." And he like, well, "I don't even know if we can be friends anymore if you don't do poetry." I was like, "Bro," and he come back to me. No conversation. That was a real conversation, bro. I was like, "I don't know." And then he came back to me. He's like, "Well, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to be your friend." He's like, "But I said down, and I understand that God is calling you to something else." I transitioned from stages, I wouldn't have an organization. Again, if I wouldn't have transitioned from stages, I wouldn't have an organization. Because the glitz and glam of flyers and things like that. And you get caught up in the applause of men, and not getting to where he called you to be. Whether I'm in a stadium of 200 or in literally a residential setting of 2 youth, as long as somebody's heart is touched, I'm fine with that, because we're out here suffering and we need something. And I'm just taking the same hyssop that God gave me, because that's really all it is, bro. Is I didn't invent this. I just picked up a pen and started writing one day about my things that I was going through.
growing up in a home plagued with abuse and things like that and addiction. It's just like once, I got to a place to write about it, I got some freedom. But then when I started hitting stages, I was freed up. So I definitely value the stage, but it's like you can't, well, for me, I couldn't stop there. Now this thing has even grown to, I do craft parties where I've never seen that. I just was making this stuff because I like to wear it. And when, God says take it to the people, that's just what you do. So like poetry, I mean, I really do charge poetry with being the thing that catapulted me into, like, that just really was the thing that was like all the doors open. And you know me, I'm a big God person. I remember God saying spoken word, spoken word, spoken word. I had a pastor that was really big on tap into your gift. You'll tap into your money, right? Your gift makes room for you. And I'm like, what's my gift? Spoken word. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I just did it. I just knew how. I would do it at church sometimes. I just knew how, but it wasn't nothing I was looking to do. I wanted to be a caseworker, you guys. I wanted to go to school and be a caseworker. Do you know the things that I do right now without that degree? Now, I have an associate's degree, but I don't have a degree in social work. Without that degree, I am able to do with things at these organizations, right? I'm even blessed to be an entrepreneur, is what they call it, where I'm getting paid to do the things that I love by somebody organization while partnering with them and things like that. It's crazy.
Let's go.
I did all of that with the simple yes to go to the platform of spoken word. And I did. I traveled the country. I've had so much fun doing this. Do I miss it? Sure, but I still do it. Like it's all art healing. I always tell people I do that through performing artistry. I do that through my repurposing. And I do that through just writing. So it's like, it's not just in one form. I almost thought I was about to make a comeback to hosting. I was like, why can't you just use it? Well, no, let me stop. God, like, why you just can't use that gift in a more concentrated way? You want to take it and go get more money, right? Because hosting pays well, right? Go get more money versus if you poured into your company, right? I host parties. That's I facilitate. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we think stuff is better and it's just not, and it's just because we're looking around at everybody else and everything that they're doing. So what? That's what they're doing. Maybe they even off rector. You don't even know. You're following a nigga that's going the wrong place. Duh.
Come on.
And if it ain't your place, it's always the wrong place. So it may be somebody who's in their glow, shining like they're supposed to be shining. However, if Donta doesn't go to the destination that Donta needs to go, then Donta won't receive what she's waiting for. It won't be fulfilling because I don't just want wealth. I want prosperity. I don't want to lose my mind when I get there. I don't want to lose the good relationships that I have when I get there. I don't want to lose myself. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be all hurt and broken when I get there. That's the difference with good success and just success, because you can attain it. But what does it profit a man to gain the world, lose his soul? And that's how I feel when the lust of the eye and the lust of the flesh is coming in and you try to go get all this stuff. It's just stuff. But it's hard. Like it's so hard to fight ego. It's so hard because it's like I could be, you could be, and then what would that do? Because it's hard to build. It is. It is so hard to build. People make it look easy. That's one of the saddest thing about social media, where everybody look like they blew up overnight, and it's just not true. That's really not what happened. They've been grinding. They've been grinding. It takes work. And so when you work and you study looking like, what have I accomplished? And then you get to a point where you're ungrateful or you're just ungrateful with, well, I came from over there and now I'm here. I may not be where I want to be, but I'm here. So I've seen a lot, man, for real, like a lot in myself that's just like, yo, you living in past prayers, you're living in past visions, and you have the audacity to study be talking about more. And it's like, well, when will you realize where you are? Like, yo, I said I was gonna get paid to do this. I said. How many I said you got? We don't count the triumphs, right? We don't even take a moment. We just next. And it's, I'm not talking about working, but just greed. Like the lust is, and like I said, it just sneaks in because this is what you're supposed to be doing. It's just the attitude and the heart in which you're doing it. And I can go on and on because that's like my whole reason for doing it is you got a purpose, but that pain You know what I mean? It's either gonna prepare you to that purpose or keep you from it. And the difference is you actually getting acclimated in that gift when you go through the healing process. You know what I mean? Like, you know, me and some constituents just came up, like, you create, heal, thrive. Like, that's the way that it works. And truthfully, today, as I pondered on sharing it with you guys, I was like, yo, you go through this cycle over and over and over and over, because hurt is inevitable. Because I'm definitely, I'm sitting here and I'm pro therapy, I'm pro
Come on
Jesus,
now.
and I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, I don't even know what this means. I'm part of the RJ community, restorative justice, or whatnot, and like getting down to the essence. Like I just told, you know, my team today, I was like, yo, I realized this was me just by nature. I was restorative justice, but I didn't have good practices and things like that. So I'm sitting, I'm even telling my therapist, like, what is healing? I'm telling Jesus, like, hold on, this hard. Because like this stuff is real, and it's like a never arrival thing. People describe things as if you arrive. That's not how this works. It's not an arrival point. You're not just going to get to a place and it be done. Like, for real, these facades is the reason why we keep being broken and shattered. Like, why I just can't. Like I used to always say, people just want to be happy when it takes work. You know what I mean? It takes work. You know what I mean? To create joy and peace. But I'm for real. It's sad that we live within these constructs, and Christianity is no different. We live within constructs who give us these fairy tale lives to live, and when we can't live it, we're broken. We're broken under the same constructs that's supposed to build us. You know what I mean? I was just telling the homie, like, yo, you can get credit, but if you ain't got some type of money to match it, then the credit didn't matter. All right, you sitting out of the way. So it's just like this stuff, they're gonna build up this. Seriously, they just build up this, like, wake up, it's all a lie. You know what I mean?
Man.
No truth and found out your way, and make sure as long as you're doing it, God is all up in it, because that's the only thing that really proves to be true. This is all to call us.
Hey, I'm wholeheartedly understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these expectations we set on ourselves, you know what I'm saying, focusing on the wrong stuff. Like, and it took me so long to accept the fact I was a professional spoken word artist. Like, what separates me from anybody else that's doing it outside of the way our bank accounts are set up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got videos posted online. They got videos posted online. You can turn on your TV and find stuff that they did. You can turn on the TV and find stuff I did. I've traveled to do what I've done. I've been paid to do what I've done. You know what I'm saying? I've created platforms so others can come do what they do, and we can share the platform together. Like, I'm stressing so much about the money aspect of being a professional, but I'm not walking in my purpose of already being a professional. Can't say I ain't been blessed already, because hell, I've been doing all of this while I can't stop making kids, and everybody's fed, everybody's accounted for, the house is warm, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going without, you know what I mean? They upstairs watching the movie right now, trying their best to stay out of trouble and not make noise while we on the live. So it's like everything, your needs is going to be taken care of, you know what I mean? It's just about walking in your purpose. And like you with the outreach, you know what I'm saying? Like me with the creating platforms or performing, period. Because I ain't gonna lie, that's the healing for me. You know what I'm saying? I find with my passion writing, I find my healing in writing and in performing, so that others can be inspired to want to share their story, to be able to realize it ain't about fancy words and flashy lines. It ain't about none of that. It's just about the purity of you performing, and you performing. It's just about the purity of what's coming out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even about the performance, because shoot, I've seen legends sit in a chair on a stage for their feature, sit in the chair straight up, microphone in front of them, and they shush a whole crowd in Chicago. There's halfway into a show, been drinking the whole time they've been there. Like, just power, while you watch others who can terrorize the whole stage, running around back and forth, interacting with the whole crowd, and nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because their heart's not in it, because it's not pure. It's simply for entertainment, you know what I'm saying? But the purity in it is where the healing and stuff comes in. That's the most beautiful part about it, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, we can ramble and rant on this subject all day, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely can't let you go without hitting the one's gotta go. Now, folks, everybody watching the show knows how the ones gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And normally you just see the meme or you just see the picture like, all right, one of these four gotta go, and it's easy to pick that one. The way I do mine, for the sake of entertainment, is we're gonna do it backwards. Instead of picking the ones gotta go, you're gonna pick the three that's gotta stay, which is gonna leave the last one on the chopping block for the end. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely the ones got to go. For those viewing, comment, you know what I'm saying, that you're enjoying yourself. Comment where you're tuning in from, you know what I mean? Make sure you hit that share button. We're going to go ahead and jump off into this one's got to go, because this one is interesting, and I literally just found it. I was finna do something else, food related, but you know what I'm saying? You healthy, you know what I'm saying? You don't look like you dabble in that many of the meats, and it was about to be like ribs, steak, chicken, or something else. Like, you know what? We're gonna switch it up and keep it smooth. The ones gotta go for today is, let me pull it up real quick. Martin Lawrence, Steve Harvey, Jamie Foxx, or Kevin Hart. Which one of these four brothers and everything that belongs to them, anything that they were in, if you take them off, everything goes. So if you take off Martin, Def Comedy Jam for them seasons got to go. If you take off Jamie Foxx, we losing In Living Color. If you take off Kevin Hart, we losing the vast array that it is this man's catalog. You know what I'm saying? And Steve Harvey, we're going to lose the king of comedy too. So my question to you, sis, and I know there's some people that's baffled in the back, you were sharing, you know what I'm saying? So you might have missed it. That's why I got it highlighted up on the screen. We're going to start backwards. Which one is the first one for you that has to stay on board?
Martin Lawrence has to stay. He has to stay. I mean, he's been in backseat putting people on for years, and those are the type of people that I respect. I respect those who don't just build a platform for themselves, but build it for others. So much homage to that guy. The next guy that got to stay is Steve Harvey. Yeah. No, I don't know who else my brother in Christ, but that's my brother in Christ, you know. Stories in my belly, you know, stories about when you get to heaven and God gonna open this room up, and this room gonna be all this stuff that got sent to the wrong address because you wasn't there, and him talking about his car, and he had to tell God he just want his piece of the land. He divided the earth into, you know what I mean? So just that, well, not that alone, but you know, the things that he has given. He's a strong mentor, is what I feel. Really strong mentor. So he has to stay. The last two, that's you know, a little hard. I think they're both influential. You know, despite what everybody say, I still think Kevin is funny. I really do still think Kevin is funny.
No doubt, no doubt.
But he's so new for me to remove him for Jamie. Cause like, I don't think he's had a work that is like In Living Color, you know, like, you know, so the tenure alone, and I know that shouldn't just be it, but that's a great part of it, weighing in. Works are a great part. Like, you know, you got Soul Play, like he's done some stuff. But it's like always, then you gotta think about it's like, so you're gonna take Jamie's music away.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we losing too much. You know, Kevin, we lost how many years he been around? I mean, we gonna lose. I mean,
right, like the last 10, he been really strong, you know what I'm saying? Really prevalent the last 10, 15, you know what I mean?
We're gonna lose some movies. I mean, he is putting people on too, you know, Kevin Hart comedians. I mean, that's hard, but I just think that the multitude of things that Jamie has given over this time and how dedicated he is to his art. Like neither one of them is like, he a better. You know what I mean? I can't be like, he could give up that. It's like he really is good at what he does. So Jamie Foxx, Kevin Hart, and everything he does. I mean, when I seen it, I was like, yeah, that's Kevin got it. I mean, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt with Jamie, but I was like, no. I mean, this is almost like you put some legends up here. You got somebody who is working their way to that status. It's like, You have to put in.
Now, see, me, I'm not even arguing with your list. You know what I mean? As a fan of as much of a fan of stand-up as I am, I want to love Kevin Hart. I definitely do. I haven't seen a body of work yet, stand-up wise, that I was able to sit through with a straight face. But if I got to be honest with you, the first one that's got to stay is the same one that was the first one on your list. I got to keep Martin out the gates because you can't get rid of Def Comedy Jam. And then because of that, Martin did another offshoot of Def Comedy Jam, which was called First Amendment, where he was the Russell Simmons in the situation. And Doug Williams, remember, you know who Doug Williams is? Okay, I got you. Watch this. I bet you know who he is. Do you ever remember seeing that clip of on YouTube or whatever of Jamie Foxx at a roast, and he was sitting back like, "I'm your conscience." It was the Emmett Smith roast, and you're gonna make me pull it up and share it on this screen. If you telling me you ain't never seen,
I can take some funnies in my life.
Look,
you do. I suck at everything television, everything movie, everything pop culture. Like, I suck at.
I promise you, when this live is over with, I'm gonna pull it up. I promise you, the way Jamie Foxx tore this man apart, it's the most iconic roast scene session ever on TV. You know what I'm saying? And Jamie Foxx just ripped him a new one. But dude went on to host First Amendment, and Martin Lawrence used to sit up in the rafters the same way Russell used to. And by the end of the show, he'll just stand up, wave like Russ used to, and then sit down, and then Doug will end the show and then walk off. You know what I'm saying? And like you were saying, that was him creating a platform for others. Like he started on the prototype, the blueprint, the OG platform for us, and then he created another platform just like it to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So definitely Martin got to stay. The next one, without the shadow of a doubt, is got to be for me, Jamie Foxx, because as a multi-versed artist, you know what I'm saying, somebody who does the comedy, the singing, the musician, you know what I'm saying, me being a hybrid, somebody that does multiple things, I can't help but, you know what I'm saying, keep my man on. Queen Alexis, what's going on with you, sis? I see you. I can't let go of Jamie Foxx. And when I tell you, when I send you this link of what he did, the whole roast I've probably watched 15, 20 times. But that moment, no matter how many times you watch it, it takes your breath away because I can't even set it up. I don't even want to set it up. I want you to see it because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, bust it down too much. Then you like, okay, well, he told me this is going to happen. He told me this is going to happen. I'm just going to tell you, you've never seen a host in his pocket like this ever before. It's hilarious. You got to keep Jamie Foxx on deck. The Jamie Foxx Show in Living Color. The Peep This album is underrated. Jamie Foxx's first album was actually pretty good. A lot of the songs sounded, the instrumental sounded similar, and he had the track he did on Any Given Sunday on that album. He had the Steamin' Willie Beeman track on that joint. But the actual album was better than people give it credit for, even though they only give him credit for having Unpredictable and Full. You know what I'm saying? Which brings us down to Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart. Now, normally when you would look at it from that point of view, it would be easy to say, oh, man, I'm going to take Kevin Hart. Steve good. You know, he was the king of comedy and all, but if you get rid of the king of comedy special, you don't have a Bernie Mac show after that. We had Bernie Mac on Def Comedy Jam for them two joints that he did on there, but we all know Kings of Comedy was what springboarded his career into the mainstream light. You know what I'm saying? Because I did my homework. Bernie Mac definitely had a lot of stuff. I had shows going on. The Bernie Mac show, like a talk show, something like this. But it's him talking with other celebrities and shit. I had no idea he was doing any of that. Only thing I knew was the Def Comedy Jam stuff, and then Kings of Comedy, and then here come the movies, and then here come the TV show and all of that. So it was like you can't if you get rid of that, there's no Bernie Mac. But Kevin Hart then definitely created a platform. The Plastic Cup Boys, um, Cold as Balls, a talk show he do on YouTube.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah, Bernie Mac is all you gotta say. Anybody left on the list that has the potential to erase Bernie Mac, it's like, fam, it doesn't matter. We talk about Bernie Mac though. That's connected to Bernie Mac. You know what I mean? I can't get rid of Bernie Mac. And not even thinking about it, Bernie Mac was in life. So if we would have got rid of Martin, no life, no Bernie. Like, nah.
Can't get rid of Bernie. Can't get
Nah,
rid of
anything Bernie related. We got to keep that around. So, yeah, unfortunately, in this chopping block list, yeah, it really ain't a question. Young K Hart got to bust that move.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. But hey, that's his life.
He's a giant.
Oh, no doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
But he's just a baby when you put him up there.
Right. Right.
Like,
Definitely.
he's been around for, like, all of those guys are like.
Come on now, been like mainstream since early 90s. Shit, House Party was what? That was the first House Party was like late 80s, early 90s, I want to say. And Martin was in that. I remember that. The pixelation on that joint, if you ain't got an updated version in HD, that's a VHS watch right there. But yeah. Dope list. If K Hart would have been on this list with anybody else, he definitely would have stood a better chance. But against these three legends, against these three icons that did more than just, prove they were phenomenal entertainers, but did a lot more than that, creating platforms and whatnot. Yeah, K Hart. 5 more years and two different names on the list. I got you, big fella. But now.
Swap out somebody. Swap out somebody.
Come on now.
Swap out somebody. We probably could it could be a different. And yeah, I'm glad you didn't do those meats. I'm like a loose pescatarian right now, so I kicked out all your stuff.
Yeah, it'd have been like take the whole list can go. I'm good. I'm straight. And I'm a carnivore by nature, by heart. I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna look at it with a real hard eye, and probably would have got rid of ribs if I can try to remember what else was on the list. But I'm glad that I was able to gauge it and make sure that I found something a little bit smoother that we was able to rock out with. But sis, before we get up out of here, tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow you at, what you got coming up next.
I am on all social media as Gleaning Lady. Not cleaning, it's gleaning, like from Ruth. Basically, it is working my gifts to walk my purpose. And that's also medias. I have 2 things coming up. Next Monday, I am on Clubhouse doing crafting crowns at 6:00. Grab your craft and join me and let's just chat. Very therapeutic, and fun. I mean, I'm torn between starting a ratchet craft. If you know me, you know I'm sophisticated ratchet. So it's gonna be fun. It ain't technical. We ain't measuring nothing. Girl, just make it cute. But anyway, so and then on the 25th, I'll be on Lolita's Corner, which is for anybody who would like more business info, whether that's a non-for-profit or a for-profit. She is a strategist, a business coach, she does a lot of things. And so me and her be chatting it up about entrepreneurship. Is basically using your artistry to be an entrepreneur. I have that coming up. And then I definitely feel like I'm forgetting something. Oakham's has service on the 13th at the Hilton. I think we can hold like 25 people. You can check Oakham's Facebook page out. And I think that's the gist. I think that's the gist. Something like seemed like it's wandering out there. but it's just going to have to be out there. Oh, I have a couple things coming down. I do, but you can book these private parties or as an organization. I do provide all of the material, all of the supplies, unless you want to do a memorial to a lost family member or things of that nature. Then you can bring the clothes, or maybe you've lost weight, or maybe you had cancer and you want to celebrate a date. You can memorialize that with making you some earrings like these and such and such. Hold on, let's see. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can you see?
Yeah.
So all of those are like jean material. We got our legend over here, my Kobe earrings. We got some some what is it, flannel, jean hoops up there. But you name it, we can do it in class or whatnot. But so that's what I'm pushing right now. And I think that's about it. I promise you, I swear I'm forgetting some, but pretty sure it's on my page. Every Monday I do like little hacks or whatnot. But so nope, I appreciate it. It was nice catching up. Hey, Solace fam. Hey, everybody else. Peace, love, and joy to your souls. Mwah.
Word. Definitely a blessing to have you, sis. You know what I'm saying? We're going to chop it up for a second after we get up off this thing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a blessing to have you. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a blessing catching up. You know what I mean? I've been missing all of y'all, you know what I mean, and tied up with this family life. And this fifth baby, boy, she a trip. I can't wait for you to see the newest edition. She just made a year. She made a year in December.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how February gets for me. You know, February's a rough month in my book. You know what I mean? We got me and the wife make 9 years married Wednesday. Then Valentine's Day. Appreciate it. Then Valentine's Day is Junior's birthday. Then 5 days later is Gabby's birthday. It's like, yep, that's one thing you don't think about when you want a big family is, man, if you don't schedule these babies correctly, you might have some busy months. You know what I mean? And thank the Lord that income taxes come in February, and if you're smart, you go where you can get a quick advance on them joints so you can take care of what needs to be taken care of. Oh man. But
that's funny. My grandmother's birthday is the 14th. And you know, I try to keep personal and business separate. If anybody don't notice, my Facebook page is really just a business. My business now. No, but I did post a picture of my grandson. It was supposed to be a live picture. That's the only reason I posted, because it gave me so much life. And then when I posted it wasn't live, I was going to delete it, but people had commented. And I was like, God dang it. I just really wanted the joy from the picture. I didn't want to share. Think about, you said you have a 1-year-old, and I'm like, yeah, I have a 8-month-old grandchild. And I'm like you know what I mean? Like, are your baby almost a year? I'm an 8-year-old grandchild. Time is flying. Like, yeah, we are getting more ripe out here. You know what I mean?
I definitely look forward to that moment, though. You know, grandkids, I mean, the kids is gone. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do what you want to do when you ain't here. That grandparent just love you, fill you up with so much love and sugar, and then send you on home. Like, yep, nope. I do this when I'm in the mood to do this. I holler at you later about any other thing.
Why do we all plan to be bad grandparents? Like, why? Everybody's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. But then, you know, you were so mad when your parents did that. Like, I remember trying to tell my grandma, don't give my son eggs. Y'all did that. And I'm like, look, the doctor said. You know what I mean? Like, the grandparents just do whatever they want to do.
Oh yeah, once you retire, it's like, no, I've done my part. I've done my due diligence, and you don't remember what you put me through. And I don't think he there yet. Hold on. Hey, take this pixie stick that I done reloaded with pure sugar. Go ahead, yep, that's all you. Bam. And we all took. I look at my dad all the time, like, fam, you got soft, bro. Like, I don't remember none of this out of you. What happened?
They don't believe in whooping. They don't believe in nothing. It's like, who are you? But then look, you're planning to be that person. It's like the insurance commercials I be saying, like, insuring you against being your parent. Like, they acted, and it's like so much so it becomes so true, because I'm sitting around like, Yeah, shoot. Yeah, they get older. It don't necessarily get easier. Like I said, everybody talking about terrible twos. Somebody talking about teenagers or grown people who can do what they want to do, and nothing you can do about it, but you still to help. And so no, it ain't necessary. Raising a child ain't never over.
Come on now.
I
Come
just,
on now.
you know, they doing crazy stuff, and I'm like, dang, this how my mama and them felt. I mean, I'm calling from Timbuktu, and they like, why are you in Timbuktu, and who are you with? And it's like, I'm ground. And so it's like, no. The only difference is you can take them little people, make them do what you want to do. These grown people, you can't make them do nothing. You are still as everything, and it's just like, you know, you just gotta believe the grace of God covers, just like he covered you. Because I'm telling you, you be out here like, so you drove in a blizzard where? That's what's up. And then be like, well, I remember that time we was drinking and driving and hit the bridge. I wonder what she died 3 times and she came back alive. Like, for real, like, man, it's when the roles change. That's really pretty much what it is when the roles change. Like, I'm looking at us and I'm like, everybody's so ground. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay grown. I'm like, my God, I'm looking at like, he's 40.
Man, look.
38. You know, looking around at everybody, just, you know, and I'm proud of you guys. Everybody is, you know, first of all, you here, you surviving, but
Come on now. Come on now. Done definitely made it through, you know what I'm saying? Still blessed to be breathing, you know what I mean? And can't argue much more past that, you know what I mean? I don't like having bidding wars with folks about who got worse. Because it never ends, you know what I'm saying? Then people start going into childhood. It's like, fam, I asked you how was your day. I didn't ask you how did you get to this point because of some childhood scars and burdens you've been through. We all got whoopings. We all done been there. But you hit it spot on with that role reversal. And that's what I'm saying. But we didn't realize it until it was time for the roles to reverse. And now once the roles reverse, then we're looking at, wait a minute. So this is how it's supposed to be? Okay. All right, no, I'm gonna bide my time. But when it's my turn, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I want to hear a word. I don't hear a word from a mumbling, stumbling soul because I'm just gonna play my part. But I can't wait till I can do the crap that I see my parents doing, and then tell my kids, like, "Hey, calm down. You're being too rough on the boy now. They just babies. Let them live a little bit." You know what I'm saying? Like, fam, y'all knocked the tooth loose because I said damn and didn't realize you was in listening radius. You know what I'm saying?
life's funny like that. Because I just thought about how when you're young and reckless, like I call them bad grandpas or bad grandmas. Like when you're young, like, you know, like the movie. I told my grandma doctor that, and she just looked at me. I was like, no, you understand? I was like, she a bad grandma. But like when they're young and reckless, now when I see people, kids are young and reckless, teenagers don't think about nothing. Older people get to that point too. They get to the point where they just like, I don't care. They don't care about nothing. That means when I say what you do, I don't got time to care. And then they just be out here living life. Like I be seeing people, grandparents do stuff, and I be like, somebody worried about you.
Come on.
Somewhere trying to figure out why you outside anyway and what you doing. You blind in both of your eyes. You driving a car. And then my friend had to make me realize, she was like, because I'm out here, you know, pressed about the situation. Because when I see them, I think of my grandma, like, look at her over there doing what she want to do. Who is that young person she talking to? I be size people, young people. I'm like, how you out here doing this? Somebody worried about you. It was like, you gotta think about it. How you gonna be? I'm like, I'm gonna be a bad grandma. I'm gonna be everywhere doing everything. They be like, where you at? Cause I'm rollerblading. What you mean? You can't be. It's gonna be like, they gonna be like, you can't do it. I'll be like, I do what I want to do. Take me if you want to. So it's like the cycles, roles reverse, with these cycles repeat. Cause you was young and reckless. Oh, we become old and reckless. I'll be like,
I'm trying to tell you, I cannot wait. Don't put me in a nursing home either, because if you think I'm reckless as a grandparent before, you put me in a nursing home, you coop me up with a whole bunch of old folks my age and folks that don't really care about me. I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to start this open mic all over again. I'm going to be the one man stand show up in that joint all day. I'll be grab ass and everything.
oh, you going out. You know what? I was a CNA at one point in time in my life. Oh, you going to be that old dude.
Oh yeah. I was seeing that too. I remember them old cats getting away with it. Like, hey, I mean, he just spent his whole life flying right. This man finna be a renegade the last few months he got left in his joint.
Saying whatever he want in the whole wide world. You are like, dude, I'm gonna drop you on the floor. Do it again. Like,
come on, man. I'm be tapping my nurse's pockets. I know you got some cigarettes in this motherfucker. Where they at? Come on, give me a shot off that Newport real quick.
hey, I had a patient that we had to put it. Now we knew everything was wrong with this. I had two. We had one that had an apron on because she was blind and she smoking. It's like she gonna burn herself up. Then we had one who had oxygen, and it's like, listen, bro, all bad. So it's like I just look over the seasons of my life and just so grateful because they taught me so much and they brought me to where I am. You know what I mean? I think we was on some sentiment, and what came to me was stages and platforms. Beware of them, because that's ultimately what we all looking for, because that's what they told us success or worth, even bigger, equates to. So it's like, be careful. You don't need that to have purpose. You definitely don't need that to have paper, because God can give me quiet money. I keep saying, God, don't do it. Just, man, I laugh. Just let me get over here. I don't even need no followers. I need quiet money. No, I never did. I'm like, God, I don't even like the people that's in my business right now. I don't even know nobody. They don't know me. I'm for real. Like, I am a very private person. So it's like, give me the paper, keep the platform. Cause I mean, and so sometimes, shoot, it's clout don't pay no bills. Clout don't make no acquisitions. So it's like, like, shoot.
I got you. And it's just like I was saying, it's definitely been a blessing. We definitely ran over time, and I got to get ready to take off for work, because working in Dwight with all this black ice out here on these streets, it's going to be interesting getting to work.
And you got me up past my bedtime too.
Well, man, hey, look, I sent you that link. I promise you got to check it out. It didn't last. It's only like 8 minutes long, and it's just, you won't regret it. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? But for everybody that has been a blessing to have my sister on, has been Solace Family Fridays. I want you all to be safe out there, to keep it smooth, to stay warm. You know what I mean? And remember that you also have the power to keep it smooth. All you have to do is take a deep breath, take a step back, and figure out the best way to keep it smooth.